What's up everybody, once again my name is Matt and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the last episode we completed the final Divine Beast Va Naboris. In this episode, well, we've still got a few shrines to complete in this region, so we're gonna start taking care of those shrines and make our final push towards the end of the game. Yeah, it's kinda strange for me to say that, but we really are getting close, guys. Like, probably only a handful of videos left before we make our way to Hyrule Castle. For now, though, there's a pretty fun little minigame we can take care of right outside of Gerudo City that will unlock a shrine for us. You can actually see the pedestal and the orb directly in front of us, but, yeah, it's not going to be as easy as just picking that orb up and placing it in the pedestal. This is the Sand Seal Rally, so as you might have guessed, there's a bit of a race we need to complete first. Let's start by talking to these lovely ladies. Hello. What do you want? The great Tally doesn't have time to chat with just anyone. You see, now that the Divine Beast is gone, we can finally use the race course. Tally is busy focusing her energy for the Sand Seal race. Actually, did you want to try to beat Tally's record? I'll warn you, they don't call her the Dame in the Dunes for nothing. Tell me more about this race. You've never heard of Hyrule's pastime, the world-famous Sand Seal racing? I thought everyone knew about it. Isn't that shocking, Tally? You surf with the Sand Seal and race to the finish line while also going through the arches. That's Sand Seal racing. And if you get off your shield or leave the course bounds, you're disqualified. Tally's record is 1:30. If you can beat that record, that trophy is yours. This is the grand trophy that has been passed down by 10,000 years of Sand Seal racing champions. Tally here is the current champion. Will you try challenging her record? Let's do it. I forgot to mention, since you're racing against the champ's record, it'll be 50 rupees per race. Alright, fine, of course it is. Alright, payday! Enough talk, let's begin. A challenger has appeared to take on the Gerudo Sand Seal race. Apparently one who does not mind risking life and limb. But will our current record fall? The one set by our undefeated champion? The incomparable beast of the desert, the Sand Seal, is ready to ride. Can our new contestant reach the goal in less than 1:30 while still passing under every arch? The suspense is killing me. I'm going to start the countdown. Alright, so here we go. This is less of a race and more of a time trial in case you couldn't tell. The only thing that's mildly challenging about this is that, the game doesn't really show you where the arches are, so you kind of have to figure that out on the fly. So, this may take you 2 times just to successfully navigate the course. You know, 1, to get the lay of the land, figure out where all the arches are, and, sort of create a plan to go through the entire course, and then 2, to actually go through it and beat the record. On average, though, if you know where all the arches are, you should be able to go through here and beat the record with like 10 to 15 seconds to spare. It's really not that difficult. Like, the hardest part is maybe this section right here where there's a ton of rocks you need to snake through, but other than that, yeah, you're pretty much in the clear. Now over here, there will be a couple of rocks that fall down from these ridges, so just stay to like the left side and you'll be fine. Now we're going to go directly through this enemy camp, but don't worry, none of them are fast enough to reach you, and their aim is not that good, so even if they do try to shoot you with a bow, you'll be perfectly fine. Anyways, the finish line is directly in front of us, so looks like we're going to beat it with maybe 12 seconds to spare. Not too bad. Huh? 1:18, eh? It's a new record. That wasn't my best attempt at the minigame, but you know what? It was still good enough, and that's really all that matters. Let me know what you guys got if you did, like, play this minigame. I'm curious as to what the best time is actually going to be. And yeah, it takes forever to load back into this scene. Perfect. I believe this belongs to you. This trophy is something special, you know. Our champions have passed down a legend about it for 10,000 years. The legend goes, when the holy jewel is offered under the pedestal, the chosen one will be granted a new power. But that power has never been granted to anyone, not even to me, obviously. And yet I sense a power emanating from you, the likes of which I have never felt in anyone else. You should give it a shot. And so, a new champion is born! Those are some really bad sound effects, but you know what? I'll take it. Nice cheesy celebration, and now, the trophy is ours, so let's do whatever we will with it, and get rid of this apparently ancient and special 10,000-year relic. Now no one else gets to be the champion. And of course, doing that will reveal a shrine. Alright, sweet. So, that completes the Undefeated Champ Shrine quest. Let's go inside and get our prize. I'm pretty sure this shrine is just one of those walk in, walk out shrines, so really nothing too special, but still, at least the race was kind of fun, so I'll take it. Honestly, it would have been really cool if it was actually a race, you know, and not like a time trial, because I feel like if maybe there were 5 other people I was racing and I could use my weapons to mess with them and stuff like that, it would have been way more fun. Anyways, inside this chest we got ourselves a Radiant Shield. Not a terrible shield, but, you know, I probably would never use it over my Hylian Shield. Although maybe at this point you don't have the Hylian Shield, and you're looking for a cool, fancy shield to spice up your life. Don't you worry, the Gerudo region has you covered. Alright, so now that we're done with this shrine, let's get out of here and just start working our way through the other pins that I have on my map. I think the, 3 pins that I put on there are actually pretty close to the entrance of this region because, like, obviously when I first came here, all I did was activate the tower, then I just went directly to the shrine near Gerudo City, so yeah, didn't really spend too much time picking up shrines early on, which is why there's 3 of them all surrounding the Wasteland Tower. So yeah, we'll just head there, and we'll probably end up going to this tower every time we complete a shrine, just because going back to the tower and gliding down to the next pin will still be faster than, like, walking around the mountains and other geography and making our way to the next shrine that way. Plus, there might be like a sandstorm or something we need to go through, who knows. I don't think any of these shrines are close enough to areas that cause sandstorms, at least the ones that I'm going to now. There is a shrine that is relatively close to this tower that might be in a sandstorm, but we'll worry about that later. For now, let's just make our way towards the yellow pin on our map, because this one's sort of another shrine quest shrine, although the quest is a little bit interesting and does involve those 7 weird looking statues down there. So we're gonna head over there, investigate, and see if we can't find ourselves another shrine. While you're going here, I guess I can give you one tip. Try and land on the 3rd statue on my right side, because there will be a metallic orb up here that we need to take down to the very bottom. So basically, here's how this is gonna work. There are 7 of these metallic orbs, 1 for each statue. Each of these metallic orbs has a symbol on them. There's a symbol on the base of the statues as well. So really, all you have to do is match up the metallic orb and place it in the pedestal in front of the corresponding statue. It's really not too hard, but it can be kind of time consuming. One of the orbs is actually already placed in its pedestal correctly for you. So there's 6 other orbs that we need to find. I'm just going to collect them all real quick and sort of put them all right next to each other, just so it's sort of easier to go one after the other and place them in the proper pedestal. So the one to my right, all the way on the back, like you can sort of look on your map and see where there's a gap where there would be like an 8th statue. Since there's only 7, the one to my, I guess behind me now, on like the right side if you're facing the middle statue, that's the one that has the correct orb already in place. And I'm going to be using that as sort of my guide, if you will, because I know the order that I need to place these in, and I can use that like first correctly placed orb as a I guess landmark. That way I know where all the other orbs go without needing to walk up to the foot of every single statue, like memorize the symbol that's on it, then go back to the corresponding orb and stick it in. So hopefully doing it this way will take less time. But again, if you don't know the pattern, you probably will want to go to the foot of every single statue. Anyways, there's our final orb. So, yeah, the orb that's inside that very first pedestal is an equals sign, which means the next orb is sort of a rounded A-looking symbol. It actually does remind me a lot of the Star Trek symbol, like that thing they wear on their chest. They hit it and they're like, "Beam me up, Scotty." Kind of like that. Now that that's into place, the next one is a straight line with like 2 curvy ends. So this one goes into the pedestal next to the one that we just placed in. And to the left of that is the colon orb, or 2 little dots. So let's grab this orb right here. And this goes directly into the middle pedestal. So let's just drag this over here real quick. And to the left of that, we want to place in the circular orb. So the orb with, you know, the little circle symbol on it. Obviously, orbs themselves are circular, but I think you guys know what I meant. Alright, next up is the A-looking symbol. This one's not as rounded as like the Star Trek-looking symbol that we put in before, so that's sort of how you can tell them apart. And last but not least is the comma symbol orb. So let's place it down here, and if we did that right, it should cause a shrine to appear. And there we go. Not too bad. I think this is again one of those walk-in, walk-out shrines. Not too sure. So I guess we'll find out together. It's kind of funny how, like, I can remember the solution to this puzzle, but, like, completely forget what the actual shrine itself is. Although there are 120 shrines, and they kind of all blend together in a way, so yeah. But, looks like it is a walk-in, walk-out shrine. So let's see what's inside this chest. We're gonna get ourselves a flame spear. Never mind, actually, our inventory is full, so yeah, whatever. We'll just leave it there because, to be honest, I probably would have dropped it anyways. So sometimes it does pay to never get rid of your weapons or upgrade your inventory to its max. Speaking of which, I know a couple of you guys have been asking about, like, the Korok Seeds videos, and I will be finishing and collecting all the Korok Seeds, don't you worry. It's just that right now, my priorities have sort of shifted. Like, when I was sick and couldn't commentate, yeah, getting Korok Seeds out were top priority, whereas now, it's sort of just going through the game again, and I don't think I'll be focusing on Korok Seeds until after we defeat Calamity Ganon. I'm not really sure if I've explained this or not, but, here's, like, what my tentative plans are for the rest of this game. Right now, main objective, complete all the shrines. After we do that, collect the remaining memories. There's, like, maybe 2 or 3 that we need to pick up. While we're doing that, there's a few side quests that I would like to take care of, like maybe a handful of important ones. And then maybe upgrade my armor just a little bit more before we go and take on the Calamity. Then we'll go and take on Calamity Ganon, beat the game, you know, see the end of the story, credits, all that jazz. But at that point, we will not be 100% done with the game. So, here's how it sort of works after you beat Calamity Ganon. Like, the game will save and track your progress of the final boss. Like, it will give you a little star on your save file indicating that, yes, you did already beat the Calamity. However, the game doesn't, like, let you play after Calamity is defeated. So instead, it reloads your save to the point before you took on Calamity Ganon. So what we're gonna do is, defeat the final boss, you know, credits, all that jazz. Then, following that, we'll just jump right back into Hyrule and do the remaining side quests, explore the rest of the map, collect all the Korok seeds, show off a couple Easter eggs here and there, maybe like upgrade more of our armor sets, stuff like that. So, there's still going to be plenty of videos on Breath of the Wild after we finish the main story, don't you worry. I figure that's the best way to do it though, because you guys have been waiting to see the conclusion of this story if you've been watching this Let's Play for a long time now, and honestly, I'm ready to get to that point. Plus, once we're done, we'll have pretty much access to everything the game has to offer, and we won't need to worry about, like, anything else. Alright, so this is the On the Move Shrine. There's a couple of different ways you can go about, like, solving the puzzles here, but I like to use my bow and just shoot this first orb, and oh man, look at that spinning rotation. You better get in there. Alright, there we go. So yeah, you can either shoot the orb, use stasis on the orb, then shoot it, or use stasis on the, conveyor belt, then shoot the orb. No matter what, you will end up shooting it. I just find that it's much faster to shoot it without using stasis on anything, because it's pretty easy to make those shots. And hello, mini guardians, can you die, please? Same thing over here. We're just gonna wait for him to get right in front of that pedestal, shoot it, and there we go. Not too hard. Now, here's where it can get a little bit tricky. There's like 2 conveyor belts, some lasers, and some, you know, stone blocks that will actually block the lasers, allowing you to pass with this orb. And we could do it that way, but, it's a lot harder. So instead, let's do the simple way. Place the orb here, grab ourselves a heavy weapon like this Frost Blade, and then we can just, cast stasis on this orb, and pretty much build up enough momentum to send the orb to the other side without needing to worry about carrying it over the conveyor belt. Like, I have no idea why you would want to use the conveyor belt when you could just do that, and it's way simpler. Now, problem is, I'm probably going to miss that chest. Not a huge deal if you miss it, because eventually it does come back around, but, I don't really think it contains anything too important, so here's the deal. If, that chest is coming back around by the time I place the orb in the pedestal, I'll go and grab it. If not, I'll just move on, because I really don't care whatever's inside that chest. But there we go, and hey, look at that, the chest is coming back around, so it looks like I will grab it then, just for you guys, because I know you guys hate it whenever I skip over chests, but, sometimes it just isn't worth the time to get them. Alright, so come here, you. Let's try and sneak you back around to this, solid ground where I'm not, like, constantly being pushed. There we go, that'll work. And let's see what's inside. Hopefully it's something good. It's an opal. Alright, nothing that good, but I guess it was kinda helpful. Now that that is done, yeah, this shrine is basically over. Like I said, pretty straightforward. Once we get, like, deeper and deeper into the Wastelands, more of the shrines have a theme to them and become a lot more interesting. Like, I will say this much. The Wasteland probably has a lot of my favorite shrines just because I like the theming of the puzzles that are inside each of the shrines. Now, that being said, there are some things that I dislike about certain shrines in the Wasteland region, and they are, like, really spread apart too, so that doesn't really help. But I'll talk more about that, you know, once we actually see some of those other shrines, because none of the shrines that we're going to or have completed in this video, have any of the things that I dislike. Alright, so let's get rid of this pin real quick and then travel right back up to the Wasteland Tower. We actually, like, went through those first 3 shrines really quickly, like a lot faster than I thought we were going to. Also, holy crap, dude, 110 shrines completed. There's only 10 left. Actually, 9 left, like, once we finish up this next shrine. So, we're essentially in single digits of shrines remaining. Whoa, dude. That's pretty nuts. Like, I remember when we first started doing shrines, and I was like, oh man, 120 of these. This is gonna take freaking forever. And now, here we are, you know, however many episodes later, like, what, 52, 53? And there's only 10 remaining? Like, holy crud, dude. I'm actually really happy at, like, how we've been going through this game. Like, I know that seems weird to say, but, I don't know. I'm just having a good time playing it is all I really want to say. So the next shrine is right down here. Now, you'll notice that it's actually next to a stable, which is kind of odd considering you can't even bring any horses into the desert, so not really sure why they even put a stable in this region. I guess, like, if you're leaving, you can grab your horse and go, but why not just teleport to another shrine closer to where you want to go? Unless, of course, you didn't discover any, but that's a whole different story. Anyways, let's just hop in here real quick and see what we have to do. This one probably will be relatively quick because a trend that I've noticed in this game is that, if there's a shrine near a landmark like a stable, usually the shrine itself is fairly straightforward and simple because they basically want to give you a free teleportation spot. That way you can just pop back here anytime you want to. Alright, this is Power of Electricity, so let's just place this generator here and get going. This one's actually a pretty fun shrine. This is sort of where you can start to see a trend in the shrines for this region. They use a lot of electricity-based puzzles, which is fun for me because I like electricity. I like, you know, basic circuitry and stuff like that. So, I think it's cool to have a bunch of logic-based puzzles based off of, you know, flowing energy and electricity and stuff like that. Alright, so let's grab this generator and place it right on this node. That way, can you get up there, please? There you go. That way, yeah, we can activate the conveyor belt, and it'll push this block down, revealing this chest. And of course, you do need to get this chest because, guess what? Inside, it contains the small key that we need to unlock the door and continue going through this shrine. Kind of important. Alright, now that we got this key, let's just jump our way across this conveyor belt and unlock this door. But we're not done just yet. Well, we kind of are. Like, there's really only one puzzle left, and it's pretty straightforward. But, oh geez. Really? You had to shoot me with your laser, dude. You couldn't just die like everyone else. Alright, whatever. Now, I really don't know what they were thinking here. I'm pretty sure what they wanted you to do was, like, match up the 2 cubes on the right side with the ones on the left. But yeah, you can just slide that 1 cube forward a little bit, and that's really all you need to do. I suppose they wanted you to get introduced to the concept that, like, electricity can flow a little bit farther through water, which is a really cool mechanic, but it's severely underutilized, I would say. Even with the electricity-based shrines here in the Wastelands, that mechanic's only used like a handful of times, I want to say, which is a shame because, like I said, I'm a huge fan of these, like, power and energy-based shrines, so to see something like that underutilized is kind of disappointing, just a little bit, but, you know, maybe that's just me. Like, everyone else could probably hate them, so I might be the only one that would want to see more. Alright, with that though, we've already completed 4 shrines, actually a lot faster than I thought we were going to. Right down here though, is the Gerudo Canyon Stable, and of course our buddy Cass is here just playing a song. I think I will end off the episode here. Apologies that it's a little bit shorter, but I feel like this is a good place to stop. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more of my videos, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.